One of the worst quotes people love to tell you is, keep trying and you'll make it. I want to talk about my experiences with why that is not true. Basically, I've been going through some of the worst days of my life. It just so happens that every year, when I've already had my worst day, another one gets even worse the next year. It's just like when one bad thing happens, there'll always be another one right after it. It just feels like that fate is already pre-decided for us, on top of our bad luck with genetics. The pattern of life becomes apparent already. Just more of this shit repeating, suffer, year after year, bad shit happening to you, one thing after the other, all because some pre-decided fate or deity decided, fuck this guy in particular, the normies need him to laugh at. It really feels like when you're sub 5, there's absolutely no reason to keep going or to look forward to the future, because you already know how it will end. We are nothing but the metaphorical plants for the normie cows to graze upon. Nobody cares what we think or what we have to do, aside from when it concerns making sure that we can feed them. But in this case, the sub 5s, they make up the menial labourers, they make up the taxpayers, they make up the bullying targets so the normies can feel good about themselves. Every nation needs someone they can unite against. Common enemy will strengthen any group. And in regards to my bad days, it always happens when I actually try. If I ever try to do something, I almost always get brutally fuck you'd, and I end up wishing I never did anything in the first place. So I come to the conclusion, and this is probably the most important conclusion I'm ever gonna make on this channel. It's that trying is not for sub 5s. We're not meant to achieve, we're not meant to do anything. Because if you're anything like me, you don't have the intelligence, you don't have the mental resilience, you don't have anyone to back you up, everyone will be ready to tear you down. So it's just not worth it. The trying should be left to all the chads or other people who were granted the resources in life to gather even more resources. And if there's any red-pilled morons who listen to Goggins every day and chant 100 push-ups a day, we're gonna make it, bros, we're gonna make it, let them have it, because I think even they know how it's gonna end up for them. Their bold spot isn't exactly gonna be a polished diamond. It's just not worth getting invested into anything really. Not relationships, not social media, even shit as trivial as like gaming or stamp collecting. You can underestimate how attached you can get to things like that. And since the world is making sure you can't enjoy life, things that start as hobbies or for fun can quickly become a personal nightmare. Like, I had a bad day, maybe I'll go play a game or something like that to try and calm down. But of course my computer breaks down, and so on and so forth. So many fucking shitty things stack up until the point where I just couldn't take it anymore. I was getting close to having probably a meltdown. And that's just the price I pay for trying as an autistic sub 5. The genetics are not designed for this kind of environment, but I suppose if you're anything like me, you would have probably already figured it out. We all know no amount of listening to whatever Andrew Tate or Hamza spout is gonna help us in any conceivable manner. It seems to me like minimalism is really the key to happiness for those beaten down by life. The less you have, the less the world can steal from you. And it always does. Like, you probably have some sort of smartphone, Apple or Android. Imagine if everything you kept on the cloud just disappeared one day. It's inconsequential, silly shit, right? But you'd still be pretty upset about it. And that's just going for everything in life for us. You can probably just shrug it off, but if you're getting fucked by life every single day, it's just gonna be even more salt on the wound. So yeah, it's like they said in the movie Heat. Don't let yourself get attached to anything you aren't willing to walk out on in 30 seconds flat. I never thought this would actually be useful advice in my life, or anything more than a corny movie quote, but I suppose life can always surprise us. So yeah, us mental cells out there, just avoid stress, avoid effort. It's not worth it. Because even if we do something, it takes us 10 times the effort to do what normal people do in a breeze. It's like DBDR said, Chad's weekend is my once in a lifetime opportunity. Like I saw on the news, this guy with Down syndrome, he was the first to enter university or something, and all the comments were basically clowning on the article, like, yeah, so what? Normal people do it all the time. It's not really an achievement just because he has Down syndrome. Basically, showing yourself up is just not worth it. Paraphrase Goodfellas here. Everything was for the taking, and now it's all over. Gonna live the rest of my life like an average schnook. There's no action here anymore. End quote. It's hard to get back what you lost, even if you were doing fine before you had it. But I suppose I should leave it for you to decide whether you think loss is a worthy payment for having something for a brief time. But that's pretty much it. I'll see you around. Take care and don't take anything too seriously.